right, everybody. It's your girl Barbie J, and we talk about Tyler Perry's comedy drama, The Oval, Season 4, Episode 22, The Last Strike. And this was the season finale. But I have got to ask y'all, are they done? Is there not a next season? Is there not a season 5 of The Oval? Because the way this ended, it ended like we was watching another episode of The Haves and the Have-Nots. If y'all remember how the Have and the Have-Nots ended, everybody was dying. Everybody was dying. And I said it to y'all last week on last week's review. 3 people down. It was 4 people down. I said, is this it? Are we having the have and the have-nots again? And honey, it is seeming that way. I don't even know if I want to even talk about the whole episode because I really want to get to the end part. So I'm going to give y'all a brief synopsis of what's going on. And I hope this will work and be enough for y'all. And before I get started, if y'all have not subscribed to my channel, take a moment right now and do it. Hit that subscribe button because this review is going to be all that and then some. As y'all see, I am hyped. Barbie J is hyped about this episode. It was crazy. I'm just like, what is happening? Somebody got to tell me something down in the damn comment section. But like I said, subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell. It'll let you know every time I upload a new video. Then I ask that you hit the thumbs up or like button. Write a comment and share. So it starts with Richard getting Nancy down from the door and calling 911 for an emergency. And then he starts doing chest compressions. She got them big old boobs up there. I was laughing. They was pressing it and the things looked like they was fake. They were fluffing down. I was like, what is going on? He couldn't even do the chest compressions because the chest was so big. It was just sticking up there. So then the police show up. And then the ambulance came and they kept saying, open the door for them. Go down and open the door. He's like, tell them to knock it down. Tell them to break it down. First of all, Richard, I understand she's in distress. But if they got to spend time knocking down the damn door, that's less time they get to try to get up there and save your wife. Think about it. I know he wasn't thinking, but he needs to think about that. Then we got Sharon. She's telling the police that Kareem wanted to say that he killed her boyfriend. Why the hell would she say that? Kareem did not want to say that. He told you he didn't. He told you. And then she goes, he said that he came home and found the body there, and the police like, really? That's what he said? She said, yeah. He said, yo, hold on. And he asked her, what's your boyfriend's name? Is that when he asked her? And she said, Barry, whatever Barry's last name. So he said he'll be back. Meanwhile, Dale is like, Sharon, why are you saying that? Don't say another freaking word. Don't say nothing else. You know that Kareem would never do that. You know him. You know him better than I do. Why would you think Kareem would do that? And so she's so dumb, acting like little spacey chicks. I tell you, you've been with this man on and off all this time. You don't know how he is. It was baffling to me. So the police end up saying, I need both of y'all to go down to the precinct. And Dale's like, well, I just got here. Why are you taking me? He was like, look, we need to talk to both of y'all. He said, and what if I say I don't want to go? He said, it wasn't a request. You're going. And then they had handcuffs on them. I mean, you taking them down. Why they handcuffed? It makes no sense unless you're arresting them. They shouldn't have had to be in handcuffs. So then it switches over to Eli and Simone. And they're talking. And next thing you know, their talking turns into a freaking argument because he is insulting her intelligence when she's saying that I heard a woman's voice, and he's telling her, no, she didn't. And he's doing that switch thing, trying to turn things around. And she's like, I know I heard a woman. I clearly heard a woman's voice. Now you trying to say I'm crazy? Eli was being stupid. I can't even stand talking about it no more, so I'm skipping that. Then it goes to Hunter. Hunter and Victoria in their bedroom. Well, let me go back to that. Eli was like, I'm not talking about it no more. She said, oh, you don't want to talk to me? Okay. You don't want to talk to me? Fine. I thought she's going to kill him in bed, but that's not what she did. But then we got Hunter and Victoria in their bedroom arguing about him not leaving the White House. She threatens to call her father. And at this point, Hunter doesn't even give a damn. Talk about he going to the Oval to work. She said, you ain't did a damn thing since we got here. What you talking about? You don't know nothing about no working. She was like, boy, please get out of here. So anyway, he leaves. Hunter leaves out like, I don't care. I'm going. I'm not 5 years old. You could tell your daddy. And she's like, I don't care. She's like, you act like you 5. So when he walks out, she goes and calls downstairs and she asks Alonzo, he said it was Alonzo. She said, do you like your penis? He's like, what? Do you like your penis? So she tells him that if her husband leaves that damn White House with him, that she will get a knife and come down there and cut off his penis her damn self. I said, oh Lord, she gonna Lorena Bobbitt his behind, ain't she? Woo! And I forgot to tell y'all that when Richard was up there, when the ambulance came to his house, Richard was up there like, they was like, sir, get out the way. Let them do what they have to do. Get out the way. He's like, I'm not leaving her. I'm staying right here. They said, sir, let them do. He said, I'm not leaving. I said, oh, Richard is pissed, honey. Richard's like, I'm not leaving my baby. Why did you do this to yourself, girl? Why, baby? Why'd you do this to yourself? So anyway, then they rolled her body out and on a gurney, so that means she's not dead yet, or anything. And they roll past Miss Jody, and she's asking what happened. And Richard is saying, "Not now, Miss Jody." And then the officer, she kept saying, "But Richard, what happened? Richard, what happened?" And the officer told her, "Mind your business, lady." Miss Jody's like, "That is my neighbor. She's my business. I don't know what you're talking about." Then the officers tell Richard, look, that they were not called there to the house. They were there to tell him that they found some items next to a body and wanted to know if he recognized them. And Richard says, oh, it's my son's stuff. Then he said, wait a minute, wait. Are you saying my son is dead? Are you saying my son is dead? And they said they need him to come down to the precinct to identify a body. And Richard becomes very distraught. Like, oh Lord, he starts beating on the cops and stuff, and they try to contain him and stuff. And then Jody is like, oh Lord, what's happening, Lord? What's happening? And the other police officer all over Miss Jody trying to calm her down. And honey, they all leave and walk off together, I guess, to the police car. I said, why are they taking Miss Jody with them? But they took her. So now we have Alonzo. He's calling Kyle to find out what to do because the president is about to come down and wants to go into town, and he doesn't want to go into town with him, especially after Victoria said she was going to cut off his penis. So he's trying to figure out what to do, and he's calling, and Kyle is not answering. And at this moment, then Alan calls Alonzo, letting him know that the pharmacy is closed and now he's stuck with these drugs. And Alonzo was saying, you should have let me just keep it. That's what you get. F you or something like that, he said. He's like, man, please. He said, I know what I'll do. I'll just call my supplier or my contact and have them to come and get it. So at this point, then Hunter calls Alonzo and tells him to get his ASS to the Oval now. And Alonzo calls Antonio. In the meantime, not Alonzo, Alan calls Antonio to let him know that he has the drugs, and he asks where he is, and Alan says in front of the pharmacy. So Antonio tells him to wait right there and not to leave, and that he's on his way. And I said, I think Antonio set him up, got him sitting there waiting all that damn time, and he ain't never even showed up. That is so messed up. So then you got Sam. He's in the car telling Max what is going on with the package. They drive into the cabin, and he's letting him know that the package is Jason. And Max said, I thought he was dead. And, Sam updates him on all of that, and he would help, So he said, are you down to help me take down the bad guys? He said, just me and you? He said, yeah. He said, okay. He said, only if you let me leave Kyle for me. And he said, it's my pleasure. And they fist bumped, and that was that. But then Hunter is in the Oval listening to Latin music. Lord help me. And Alonzo comes in, and he wants Alonzo to wear this ridiculous looking wig as a disguise. Now, Alonzo don't need to disguise himself. You the president. You need to disguise your damn self. And it looked like, he said, you look like a Dominican puppy or what did he say, rooster? He told him he looked like a Dominican rooster. It looked so crazy on top of his head. And he's like, Hunter started talking about how he loves Dominican chicks and black chicks and Asian chick women or whatever he was calling them women. And Alonzo's like, yeah, whatever. So he's basically trying to stall for time, hoping that Kyle will call. And then he tells the president that he's going to go down, and get the car. So at this point, he done left the Oval, and Hunter turns the music back up, and he continues to drink and snort coke. And then, and keep, call himself dancing or whatever. I'm scared to say whatever that was he was doing. Then they show Dale and Sharon. They're sitting in the precinct chatting when Hunter calls. And she's like, oh God, like this is the last thing I need. And she doesn't want to answer. And Dale keeps telling her to answer. She's like, I don't want to. What if it's him? And he wanted to. And of course, Dale's like, just answer it. She answers it. And of course, Hunter's like, I want to see you. I know I want to see you. I want this. And she's like, look, this is not a good time. He's like, why? What's the matter? Is your boyfriend dead? And your other boyfriend being in jail, being charged for killing him? And she's like, what did you say? He said, yeah, did I get that right? Your boyfriend is dead, and your other boyfriend's in jail for killing him, right? Being framed for charged for killing him. And Sharon is like, what? And Hunter's kind of chuckling like on the other end of the line and said, I know how to get you to say yes. And Sharon hangs up and it's like, oh my God. And Dale is like, what's going on? What? And she won't say anything. And she won't say a thing. And he keeps asking, what is it? She should have just said, he set them up. He set it up. Too bad she didn't record that, you know? So, but that's the power of the presidency. You see, none of us even thought about that. I never even thought that Hunter was behind this stuff. We had the Rackaduchies. We had everything. We thinking about anybody but, what's his name? Hunter. That's why I try to forget it. But then anyway, back at the White House, Hunter's still sniffing some more coke and drinking, and then he starts feeling funny because remember that Alan had that coke laced with fentanyl. So then Hunter falls down to the floor, and as he's going down, he's saying, Alonzo, I think you need to call Victoria. But Alonzo's not in the Oval, so he don't know what's going on. So Kyle and that agent Dorker, whatever his name is, they're in the car. He's like, are you sure it's him? Are you sure it's him? You know, wasting time with all of that. You know, and all of a sudden Kyle is scared, like he don't care. Like he's so concerned if it's him or not. You know, anyway. So, Agent Dork, I'm going to call him because I can't remember what it was. Dork said, yeah, I'm 95% sure it's him. So Kyle said, fine, let's go smoke them out. Meanwhile, Jason and David are in there debating who they gonna listen to. Jason is like, let's leave now. David's saying, no. I gotta see how many people it is. I gotta see who we up against. It has to be about 10 of them. He said, no, it's 12. My father always usually sends 12. He said, how do you know that? He said, because I know. That's what he does. So David don't want to listen to him. And he's like, look, dude, I've been in more combat before than you. And Jason's trying to tell him, I know how to get away from people. I know how to get away from you. I know how to get away from other people. I know what I'm doing. Just we need to leave now. And he's like, wait. He said, they're going to smoke us out. Put this on. They put it on. They throw the smoke bomb in there, of course. And then he going to go out there, all them agents with guns. And you leave out there with Jason driving the damn a dirt bike and you're not even shooting back. You're just holding on to Jason. Your behind should had a rifle or some kind of automatic weapon going. Am I wrong, y'all? Let me know. I thought he should have been shooting back. All he doing is holding on to them. You should have had on a bulletproof vest. How did they shoot you? You don't have on a bulletproof vest. It didn't make no damn sense. And if he did have on one, he shouldn't have went down that quick. He fell back off the bike instead of holding on to Jason. I was like, this is so daggone stupid. I was like, David. So somebody was in combat before, you real dumb. You real dumb, my brother. You should have had some kind of shield or something that you put on your back. I don't care. Bulletproof shield and a bulletproof jacket or something to cover y'all while y'all you gonna go out there in the fire and go through the door. Oh, never mind. Anyway, then we got Alan. He's sitting in this damn car in front of the daggone pharmacy, and one of them squeegee guys come up, and you know how annoying they are. We got them in New York. It's so crazy. And he comes up, and Alan's telling him, look, dude, I'm good. Go away. And the guy's like, no, just give me a little bit of money. And Alan, you know, trying to be tough, thinking he hard. He gets up out of the car, and then the guy drops the squeegee and pulls out a gun and tells him, he said, whoa, what you doing? You going to steal my money? You gonna rob me? Take whatever. You going to rob me? And he's like, no, dude, turn around. You under arrest. I said, ooh. And they said they had been watching him sitting out there in front of the pharmacy for a long time. But excuse me, the pharmacy is closed. So where's the danger? And why do y'all think something's going down if the pharmacy is closed? The pharmacy is closed. But then they said, They bet that those bags of drugs, the bags he got in there, got fentanyl in them. You know how much the fentanyl been killing people on their coke, and you know that it's been being laced in the coke, and he's like, it's not mine, it's not mine. I don't know what you're talking about. He said, I bet you when we look in it, we'll see it or something like that. So they like handcuffed him and put him in the police car, and Alan keeps saying it's not mine, and they were like, fist bumping and slapping five. The police officers like, we got him, we got him. And I was sitting there going, I bet you, what's the name, Antonio set him up. Antonio probably set his butt up because he ain't never showed. Then Sam and Max, they show up too late and see that the cabin is on fire. And Sam is like, Max is like, you think they in there? And Sam is like, I don't know. Then he saw the tire tracks. He said, no, I see tire tracks, so I hope they got away. So I said, damn, what they do? Take on David's body? Because they did. While David was laying there on the ground, they shot him some more. I heard some more. And I was like, damn, he laid out and they shot him a couple of more times. I said, what the hell is going on today up in Tyler Perry land? It was on and popping. So then at that moment, Sam gets a text message, but we don't know what it is. And Max kept asking him if everything was okay. And Sam's like, I don't know if he got the news that Barry is supposed to be dead. I don't know if Priscilla sent him a video of her and Bobby having sex. That's what I was thinking about it was. I thought he would say I was gonna go to the house and shoot Bobby. I was like, what the hell? Shoot Bobby and Priscilla just in it. Pa 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 pa. Because I was like, why is he not answering? What is going on? So I just took it that it's I took it, I went the dirty route in my mind. But it might be about, Richard saying that Barry was dead. But I like mine's better, that Priscilla sent the video of her and Bobby having sex. Y'all know I'm crazy. So then they just walk away. They walk back and he's saying he hoped they got away. Then it goes back over to the White House and Victoria's in the residence when the Secret Service comes and tells her that the second lady is there to see her, saying it was an emergency. And Victoria says, girl, when Simone walks over, she's like, don't you look regular? I said, Simone looked like she dressed to fight. And she wants Victoria to tell her who this woman is that that Eli is talking to. And Victoria's like, you need to be talking to your husband about that. And Simone wants to know who she is. And Victoria said, you need to leave or I'll put your head through that damn wall. And Simone was like, look, just tell me who the woman is. Just tell me who it is. She said, I know how you are, because she said, you ruined Sam and Priscilla's marriage. Now you're trying to ruin mine. Who is this whore? Just tell me. And then she called her. She told her that she was a hood rat in fancy clothes. I said, no, she didn't. And said, she said, Victoria's like, you don't know me very well. She said, I do know you. And then she walked away like saying that she'll figure it out later, or she'll find out later who the whore is. And as she was walking away, Victoria said, I'm the whore. And she's like, she turned around and looked at her and said, you're lying. She said, we've been effing since the campaign started. And then she tells Simone about the birthmark on Eli's inner thigh and that she licked it a few times herself. I said, oh, snap. And she just went in telling her everything. He has a nice package that shifts to the left. And Simone doesn't believe her and keeps saying she's lying. She's lying. And she said he likes to do it in the steam room. And I was like, ooh. And she tells her that the first time they had sex, Simone was 6 months pregnant, and that she knows about the hysterectomy that she had to have, and what else about, he told her about her miscarriage. She said, I'm so sorry about that. She kept saying, oh my God, you're lying. I don't believe it. She said, you'd be amazed the things he says when there's pillow talk going on, the things he's saying when we're in bed together. She said, oh, and by the way, by any chance, did you ever take care of that little problem, that odor you have? That's why he stopped going down on you. I said, oh, no, she didn't. She didn't. So Simone goes after her and they start fighting and they getting some good licks on each other. I mean, Simone was like, pow, 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 was on top of Victoria, punching her. And then Victoria got away from her and got up and started kicking Simone like a man. She kicking my, and then Simone got up and took Victoria's head and bashed it across that table. Bash, bash 2 times down against the table. I said, oh shoot. I was like, this is on and popping. Then they start tussling some more and they both fall over the banister to the floor. And that's the way it went off, y'all. I'm sorry. That's the way it ended. Like I said, this the have and the have-nots BS all over again. Is this supposed to be the last season? Somebody let me know. I didn't know anything about that. I thought there was going to be a season 5. This is cuckoo crazy, y'all. So it was on and popping up in Tyler Perry land on the Oval. And I'm just like, can't wait to hear what everybody got to say down in the comment section. So again, I will see you guys in the next video. It's your girl Barbie J saying, please do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Peace.